We are in northern Michigan. This is my daughter Ellie, and she's going to collect a little bit of birch bark so we can get a fire going to cook the giant steak that she's holding. So, you want to grab some birch bark? That should be enough to do that. We're going to go up a little bit further in the woods, and it's snowing out right now, and pick a spot. And while I'm hanging up the tarp to keep the snow off us a little bit, she's going to walk around and grab some sticks. Okay, so this is the spot. It rained the last 2 days, so the ground's really saturated with ice more than anything. Right here is, of course you can't see it.
The steak looks like a penguin.
So it's one or the other, either the fire pit or we're going to be in frame. So I'm just going to show you the fire pit right now. The ground is actually really soft underneath all this snow because it was warm and rained, and the snow and everything acts as an insulator. So right here is going to be our fire pit. You want to go ahead and throw the birch bark in there for right now, and we'll do all that later. I'm going to start hanging the tarp. Ellie's going to set that over there by that tree. Ellie's going to start gathering up some really small twigs and stuff like that so we can get a fire going. While she's doing that, I'm going to hang the tarp up. So I'm going to hang the tarp between these trees here just because the snow's coming from behind us, just to give us a little bit of a wind block and all that fun jazz. So I brought my day pack, just, yep, set it all right next to it, good job. I brought my little day pack to use. I don't need my big bag because it's just a short little day trip. But here's the tarp that I've got. It's about, I think, 14 degrees out right now, 20 degrees, something like that. Definitely a little chilly.
No, Trigger, this is my stick. No, no.
Trigger, stop.
My stick.
Don't let him be jumping around in the fire.
No. No, fine.
Okay, so.
No, no, no. My stick. He ate my. He's eating my sticks. Leave my sticks alone. But it's cool.
Here, hold this tree down like this.
No. Mine.
Trigger, go lay down. Here, hold this tree like this. Hold it down. Not up, down. Alright, let it go.
Dad.
Yeah.
You want to do hook? I can break a stick.
Oh no, that's not me. Gonna use some rope. Okay, thank you. Here, keep gathering sticks up. Okay?
I have come from nature. These snow pants are still too big. What'd you take now? Oh.
It's still just running around like that.
Oh, you got my stick. Dad, these sticks keep on sticking to my glove. Off my glove! Is this enough? I found a dead caterpillar that froze to death. And it's a fuzzy yellow one.
You got a bunch of sticks gathered up yet?
Yeah. I'm making something with the sticks.
There, tarp's all hung up. And Ellie's making a log cabin in the fire. Yep. I'm gonna put my gloves on and gather up some, there's some dead pine branches over here. Those are really good for getting the fire going too. So I'm gonna gather some of those up and then we'll get back with you in a minute.
Summer, when we used to always grab little sticks and then we would pop the sap bubbles.
Yeah, so we shouldn't do that.
Well,
So, what are you doing right now?
I'm ripping up these sticks off this pine tree
And why is that?
so we could get the fire started.
Yep.
So we could eat lunch.
Yep. And pine burns really good, right?
Yes.
It's really good for starting a fire. once you break all those little ones off from about where your head is down, that should be plenty.
Okay, can you take these ones back?
Yep.
Oh, Dad, there is some fat bubbles.
Yeah, but we don't need it. But it would be a really good fire starter.
Sap?
It would be a really good fire starter, yeah, the sap.
I can poke it with the stick and get some sap on it.
No, we don't need any though. We got birch bark. Alright, you want to grab some bigger branches, a piece of maple there. Nope, not the pine, we got enough pine. Right there in front of you, there's a piece of maple. Nope, not that one, the one out of the snow, yep. Get as much of that as you can. Okay.
It wasn't even a lot.
No. No.
I don't feel like breaking this. Okay, just saying I have to.
Okay. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna put some of these pine branches on there.
Some of them, you just put all of them.
Okay, we're gonna let that burn a minute.
Why is this stick inside black?
Because now we gotta watch because some of these sticks are covered in ice. So we want to make sure the fire's going really good before we put any of those on there. Excuse me. Now it's wet, so I'm gonna sit it there. You wanna go see if you can find a couple more pine branches?
Are those the ones with the bubbly stuff?
Yep. Pine tree. There's some over there. definitely a chilly morning. Yeah, all this, not all of them, but a few of these branches have water on them from the rain and everything. Yeah, that's a big one right there.
Ow. Why is there like a burnt stick next to it?
No idea.
Ow. Dad,
Yeah.
do you have a saw or something?
No.
Is it hard to get off?
Well, just break the small ends off. Oh, it's smoky. You got any yet?
Yep.
All right, will you bring it here? Please?
I got 3.
Okay, that'll work. Go ahead. Set them right there, okay?
What?
Set them right here.
Am I gonna break them up?
I need them right now, so give me a couple minutes, please. You don't have to break them so small anymore either.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, I gotta get up. Yeah. Okay, so well, that's slowly burning. Slowly, keyword. I brought my little pot out to make coffee, but I got to melt snow because I didn't bring any water. Other than just one little bottle of water for Ellie to drink. So I'm gonna dig that out of my bag and start collecting some snow.
clean snow. I'm gonna go over there.
Okay, here's my little pan, and you know, we got this real fresh snowfall last night, so there's not a whole lot of stuff in it. So I'm just going to scrape the top layer off and pack it all in here. You want to pack it in as much as possible because it takes a lot of snow to create any amount of usable water. Excuse me. Goofy dog. Okay, so that's pretty full. I am going to use just a little bit of Ellie's bottled water just to get it started, and I'll check back in with you here shortly. So the fire's kind of going decent. So we're going to take this and put just a little bit of water in here, and that'll start the process of getting hopefully enough water melted that I can make a cup of coffee here before too long. And I will have to take it off and add more snow to it and all that fun jazz. But so we're going to take this and I'm going to set it right there on the edge of the fire. And I'm going to add some more wood because it's already starting to burn down a little bit. And we're going to need a pretty good fire to cook the steak. I didn't bring my grates. That hurt. I didn't bring my grates or anything like that. So we're going to find a stick and just shove it through it and cook it right over the fire, I think. Smoke. Steaming up my glasses. So I'll let you watch that there for a minute while I grab some more wood.
Dad.
Yes, Ellie.
This is in my throat.
No. Try to find a bigger piece of maple. I got my little hatchet with me. We're gonna see if I can get this fire going good enough that I can cook this steak, because it's about a 2-pound steak. There's some ironwood that burned a long time. So we're gonna wander around here and find what I'm looking for. Where could it be? There's one. So I didn't bring my saw. Kind of wish I would have now. I think this is the one I want. There we go. That's a decent piece of firewood. I'm just going to make it so it's easier to break.
Really? No.
All right. We're going to break this the old-fashioned way. You want to start grabbing these pieces up? There's some over there too.
This right here one?
Yep. I'm going to carry this back and put it by the fire. I'm going to put some smaller pine branches on. And let me squat down so you can actually see me. And once we get a good base fire going, we're going to throw this bigger stuff on to hopefully ignite it. It's good and dry. There's not really any ice or snow on it, so it's really dense, but this is what we're going to need to cook that steak. Okay, we're back at this pine tree here. It's got all these dead branches on it. So I'm going to collect a few of them, try to get that good base fire going better. This here should be plenty. That keeps falling down on my head. Alright, I'm just going to carry you along. So, still snowing out and everything. Ellie's being a little goofball, like always. The problem is the fire isn't quite hot enough to get all the bigger branches up above going. So all the little stuff burns and falls down. That's why I want to try to break all this up and get it on there and put the bigger branches on top so it hopefully gets hot enough to burn. Okay, so I'm going to take and knock all this stuff down in here, put all these little burning ends in. And I'm going to start breaking these pine branches up and tossing them in there.
Sugar jumped in my water.
Oh well.
My water.
So I'll go try to find some more branches and stuff, honey.
Huh?
You want to go find some more branches and stuff?
I want to break stuff.
Yeah, but I need more firewood. That's what I got to do this.
You need more firewood? And what you have here is not even broken yet?
Yep. I need branches about this big to put on top of the stuff I'm breaking and putting in here.
Okay. Sugar. I don't know where to find stuff.
Winter time or when it's raining, it's a constant thing to keep the fire going, or to even get it going.
You break this. find wood.
Go grab a bunch more.
Where do I find it?
All around us.
Is there something type?
Yep, wood.
Okay.
Dry wood.
I found it.
Yep, start handing me those bigger pieces. Here, why don't you sit right here and hand them to me?
What about these pieces?
Yep, hand me those too. Now, it looks like I'm smothering the fire, but it's burning underneath really good. So, you know, this is going to help get it going.
Enough wood?
For right now, but we're going to need a bunch more here shortly. It's going to take a while to cook that steak.
Hey Dad, look! It's a miracle! I found some!
Yeah, let's leave that up. Okay, now the fire is really starting to burn good. It took a lot. And that doesn't mean it's going to keep burning good.
Can I have your hatchet?
No,
I know how to work it.
no, right now I need it. So we're going to
What?
let this keep burning and keep collecting a little bit more firewood. And then I got to find a stick, clean and sharpen so I can cram it through that steak and kind of get that steak going.
I found a tree that was sitting there.
It's
Yep.
warm.
I didn't break it.
It's not boiling yet. So we're going to keep doing this and I'll get back with you shortly. Okay, I got a piece of maple here. I'm going to strip some of the bark off and sharpen it to a point here a little bit. I'll come closer so you can even see me. And I really got to get a better edge on this knife. Ellie's still running around grabbing firewood and stuff so they can keep the fire going. I don't want to go too much or make it too narrow so it actually burns in half and falls into the fire. That'd be terrible. But we got to make it somewhat of a sharp point here so I can run it through the steak. You want to bring me that steak, honey?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dad, look at my sweet new bow.
Yep, cool.
I'm about to ready to throw in the fire. Here's the penguin.
Yep, there's the steak that we're cooking. It's just a little over 2.5 pounds. But there's me, Ellie, and Trigger. We're all going to eat this thing. So, you want to go in my small front pouch where that sheath is sitting and grab the Montreal steak seasoning? No, yeah, in that pocket right there. Yep, thank you. The little one, yep. No, that's coffee. It says Montreal steak seasoning. So I gotta try to make this not so bulky here at the front. Nope. It's seasoning. It's in a like a pepper shaker kind of thing. It might be in the big pocket. Sorry. Yep. Okay, bring it here, please.
Got throw it.
All right. So, just stand back for 2 seconds, Mike. Stand back. I'm using my knife.
Okay.
There. That should be plenty long enough. Be careful with that, please. So, I'm going to set that down. I'm going to take my gloves off here for a minute. Oop. I'm going to take and just a little bit of being out here. It's already starting to freeze. But, well, I should probably make it so you guys can see me, huh? Oops. Yeah, there.
I can't break this.
I'll take care of it. I'm gonna put some mozzarella on it. I'm gonna try to keep one piece with no seasoning on it for trigger. So, a nice amount on there. We're gonna flip it over and do the same. You're even gonna get the ends. Okay, so now I'm gonna take and try to huh. There we go. Stand up and do this. So, the steak is pretty darn big. Come on. There we go. There, now that I'm covered in Montreal, and my hands smell really good. I think I'm going to take some other sticks and put them like this and just tie them together. But we'll do that here in just a minute. Okay, so there's the steak. I put this on it. Hoping that holds. Just kind of hold the steak out a little bit, but I've definitely got to get it closer to the fire if we're going to have this thing today. So I think we're going to probably want it right about there. So I'm going to take this stick. There. There's a fair amount of heat coming out of there. I can always move the fire over a little bit to concentrate the heat a little bit more. I'll lower it down here eventually, but for now, I'm just gonna do that, I guess. Oops. Get some of this heat a little better concentrated on the where the meat is here. Hot fire, hot fire, hot fire. Ooh, hot fire. So, oh yeah, good amount of heat coming out of there. I'll I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Okay. There, now you can see it. So, man, smoke. There's that going. Let's check the, okay, water's good and hot, so I'm gonna add my coffee bags to it and get some coffee going. So I definitely need some. Well, that's cooking. Throw some more wood on just to keep everything chirping along. It'll take a little bit for this wood to get going. There. I got some other wood here. I'm just gonna throw right there. So there, we melted some snow, and sorry, adjust it down just a little bit more here. So got enough snow melted, not too much settlement in there. I'm gonna put my tea bags in, or my coffee tea bags, I guess. Ellie's doing a phenomenal job at collecting more firewood.
That was just a huge hit on the ground. That last one was hard to break.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna. Boy, that's warm. I might have to lower that steak just a little bit more, but we'll find out here after a bit. You stay away from that steak, dog. Yeah, you'll have your piece here in a little while. No, leave the sticks alone too, goofball. Leave the sticks alone, leave the steak alone. No. You gotta wait till it cooks.
Here's a stick. No.
Trigger no. Hot. No. No.
This is too long, you have to break it.
That's not too long. I'll sit right here though, because it's got to dry out.
Oh, I could have just dropped it.
So,
Is that enough wood or are you close to one?
that should be enough for now. If we were staying out here longer than a day, no, we would almost continuously gather firewood. Yeah, we put these in my bag too. So there, steak's going, fire's going, coffee's going, shelter's up. I think we might go do a little bit of exploring. Okay, so steak's cooking slowly. I don't know how well that stick's going to help keep that thing spread, but I'm going to try to rotate this thing without losing that stick, hopefully. There, hopefully that'll stay just like that. And continue to cook. But coffee's done. It's over there in my cup, cooling down a little bit so I can actually drink it. There's good heat coming out of here. And you know, something this big, you gotta kind of slow cook it, because if you try to go hog wild, it's just gonna burn on the outside and be raw in the middle. But we're gonna go on a short walk and go explore the woods some. Trigger is just impatiently waiting. So we're gonna let that cook and we'll be back. Okay, Elli and I and Trigger, hopefully he stays following us and doesn't try to go back and eat the steak. We're gonna go explore the woods a little bit. There's Elli, being her goofy self. We're at some property that my dad owns in northern Michigan, so I figured why not shoot a video, right? But yeah, there is actually a lot of potential out here to build shelters and stuff, and there's Elli trying to be a goofball. There, she's like a little monkey. So, but even this spot right here. Here, Trigger. He was running back to look at the steak. But here's a nice fallen tree. It's definitely stuck up in there. This is the only part that makes me nervous, is that there. So if I were to build a shelter here, I would definitely be reinforcing this part here, just to keep it from falling. But you know, I could almost just take and don't be hanging on those. I could almost take and just wrap my tarp around that and kind of have a teepee. Have my fire right here and, you know, be out of the weather. So, but there's lots of down. Yep. I know. Well, because we're not camping, honey. We're just doing a day trip. But here's some ironwood. That'll ruin your chainsaw real quick.
That's ironwood?
Yep. It's really, really dense wood. So, anyways. Come on, Trig. He keeps trying to go back and find that steak, I think. So. But anyways, lots of down firewood. Lots of places a guy could build a shelter. Or woman. That's a marker. So, anyways, even back in here, if I just wanted to do a tarp video, there's plenty of spots to stretch my tarp out and everything. This is all ironwood, beechwood, maple. There's a couple of oaks and a couple of scraggly pine trees. But lots of potential. I do plan on hopefully taking a trip back here in the summertime. I'd like to come back here, and there's 45,000 acres of state land about 1,000 feet from here, so ample opportunity there. And you know, I could come back here and shoot some video. Here, Trigger. Come here, good boy. Keeps heading back to that stake. I don't know if he's just checking on it for us to make sure that it hasn't got stolen by a squirrel or a deer or something.
Or if he's just grooming with it.
Yeah, or if he's trying to steal it himself. So, and here's another spot. Come here, Chick. Here's another spot that is almost complete natural shelter. You know, you could throw a couple more sticks on there and more my tarp, and you'd have a nice little shelter right there. And it just endless opportunities. That's what's great about natural resources and stuff like that, and the great outdoors. Alright, so steak's still cooking. Still a fair amount of heat coming off the fire the way it is, but I'm going to take and all these little ends and pile them back up in here to keep the fire going.
I could drink most of my water. Because he's a butthead.
So we're gonna keep cooking this steak and have to go gather some more firewood here shortly. I'm going to take and rotate this one more time here. I'll find me another Y stick like this one.
A what?
Another stick that has a Y on it like that. No, small one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This work?
Yep. No, just give me the one you got, not that one. The little one. Off your stuff. So there, we're just gonna let that keep cooking, and when it's done, we'll get back to you. For those that are wondering, I grew up in northern Michigan, not far from where we're at, and I love coming back here as much as possible, and I miss it, but you know, I live in Minnesota, so I'm gonna, like I said, hopefully come back sometime in the summer. There's a little island that I know about out in the middle of nowhere. I'd like to kayak out there again and do like a week-long trip, but we'll see what next year brings. Okay, so the steak is just about done. Oops. This thing lasted about as long as I thought it would. So I'm gonna let that cook just a few more minutes. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna
Trigger.
get my plate and everything out and ready to go. So We'll be back here in a minute. All right, so steak looks like it is done. It's a little crispy on the outside, but I think it's gonna be nice and tender on the inside. So this thing barely fits on my plate, but there it is. So I'm gonna take and cut Trigger's piece off and let it start cooling down, because it's gonna be pretty toasty, I think. And that'll give me a good indication if it's actually done. Yeah, it's medium. It's done enough for him. So we're going to let his piece cool down, and I'm going to cram the stick back through it and let it cook just a little bit longer. It's not quite done as much as I thought it was going to be. Okay, I don't know if I can even do that, so we're just going to eat it like this. Yeah, that's definitely too raw. Trigger.
Trigger. Come here. Come here, big boy. Come here. Oh, just
there. Now we can set this back over the fire and let it cook a little bit longer. Oops.
What was that?
It was Trigger's collar. Okay, so we're going to let that cook a little bit longer. I'm going to wash my hands in some snow here. Ellie, don't do that.
Oh, the steak has ashes on it now.
That's fine. It's just flavoring.
Ashes?
Yep. So now that I got that split apart, I think it'll cook a lot longer. There we go. Good boy.
I guess that was Trigger.
Trigger's big hunk of meat. But yeah, it was fine for me, but I don't think Ellie would have liked it.
I wouldn't care if it was raw.
So we're gonna get this fire going just a little bit more here. Don't blow on it. You're gonna get ashes all over the food.
You already dropped it. You said it added flavor.
Yeah, a little bit adds flavor, not too much though. So that should be enough wood to keep this thing going. So I'm gonna
look at my pretty hair.
Relax here a little bit. And
chicken. Or pork, pig. Pig.
This is cow.
Cow. Probably should have cut that up a little bit more for Trigger.
He's fine. He's got big sharp teeth. So we're gonna let that cook a little bit longer, and I'll even let you see it. There you go. And I'll get back to you when it's done. Steak is still cooking. I keep turning it here and there and trying to get a little bit more hands-on with it, I guess you'd say. This is where a grate would come in handy, I guess, for a big steak like this, so I can keep it properly adjusted. It's going to be a little bit crispy on the outside, but it'll be good on the inside. And this thing's got to be 2.5 inches thick, so that's definitely why it's taking so long. Trigger, you're fine. So I'm just going to keep turning it about every 30-40 seconds or so, and hopefully she'll be done here before too long.
What was that? Is that the meat?
Yeah. Okay, these are done. So I'm going to scrape them back off here. Maybe.
My heart. Nope.
Okay, so I've only got one fork, so I'm going to quickly make Ellie an eating utensil.
He's got one fork, one plate, and 4 meats. Move!
There's Ellie's piece.
What, that's all I needed.
That's one piece for you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's nice and done.
So you get 2 pieces of me and I get 2 pieces?
Mm-hmm.
Hot. So this counts as half of one? Oh, there's my other half.
It's pretty good.
This tastes good. Is that done?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it pink?
Because.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Blood's mine.
That is a good steak.
Don't take all of it.
I'm not. This is really a beautiful day. The snow's just falling nice and slow. It's not windy up here. Steak turned out excellent. and I get to spend the day in the woods with my daughter. And Trigger.
Hey, what's that?
That.
Ew!
Excuse me.
What? Where's Dad now?
Whatever piece you want. Here. Here.
Is that done?
Mm-hmm.
There's something in your beard. Are you saving it for later?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I'm full. So,
I'll eat the rest.
yep, Ellie's going to eat the rest here, and I'm going to probably take the tarp down. We just want to come out for a short day video. So, see you here soon. Well, Ellie is finishing up that steak. I'm going to start taking the tarp down. Didn't really need it. I guess it was just going to, just in case.
This is good stuff. Bloody and tasty. This is like some of the best stuff I've ever tasted. What is this again?
Huh?
What is this again?
How?
What is it called? Pork?
It's called steak.
Steak. It's the best steak I've ever tasted.
steak raw.
It's a raw?
No, it's not raw. It's called medium rare.
That's what I like. Medium rare is my favorite.
What are you barking about?
He saw a tree move. He saw a tree move, so he's barking. So there's obviously nothing there.
Quit. You're fine. There, now you can't see nothing. Gosh, Trigger. Gosh. Nothing over there, dude. Goofy dog. Goofy dog.
Dad, look, my steak hammer.
Yeah, cool. Trigger, quiet, dude. Nothing over there, promise. There. There. Finally got it all back in. Oh, you done? You full? Okay, so managed to get that big carp in this little bag. So Ellie's finishing up eating, and I'm gonna finish packing my bag back up. We'll get back to you when we walk out. And I and Trigger are heading back. We just came out for the short day trip and cooked up a mastodon steak, and I'm ready for hibernation. It's still snowing out here, which is nice. I really want to, God willing, film a show during a blizzard, whether it just be in my tarp or in the shelter would be great. So, but please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like the video. Hit the like button, share my videos, tell your friends. Everything. This is the year that I want to get over 1,000 subscribers. That would be fantastic. So, until next time, this is Ryan and
Ellie.
And Trigger's over there marking his territory with our Martin Outdoor Adventures. Time. This is Ryan with our Martin Outdoor Adventures. Bye.